Alrighty, I think we are live. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, everyone, and welcome to the Miss Nationals 2021 Miss Bowl Finals. We have the four top teams that are here today to compete and take home the crown jewel of what is my favorite competition, and I think a lot of people would agree, Miss Bowl. So let's get the show started. We are going to be going through 3 rounds. And I will pass it over to our amazing judge, who is going to be moderating today's session, Farhan. Farhan, the floor is yours. Take it over.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. As Abdulaziz mentioned earlier, the first round, each question is worth 100 points each. You can't lose any points. Again, I can repeat the question once. And if you get it right, you get full points. If you get it wrong, the second team can steal for half the number of points. So we'll go ahead and get started. Round one, question one. How did Christopher Columbus figure out his way to the West?
Wait, before you start, could we set up our team members that play for the round?
I just read the first question.
Oh.
So. I'll repeat the question. How did Christopher Columbus figure out his way to the West done?
WA0FJ.
So he figured out his way to Europe by using Arabic or Islamic maps, and he also used the astrolabe and the equatorium. Final answer.
That's correct. Question number two. What are the 3 policies that the report suggests that schools should aim to implement done?
WA0FJ.
So the answer to this one, you said the 3 topics. Did I hear you correctly?
3 policies.
3 policies.
Can you repeat the question, guys?
Yep. What are the 3 policies that the report suggests that schools should aim to implement?
I don't think you guys reset the buzzer before this round.
Yeah, she's correct. I think you guys are kind of lagging in the buzz-in setup on time.
Do we have an answer for this question? Because we're well past the 30 seconds.
I guess we'll skip.
All right.
Quick notice, the buzz-in things, they're lagging a little behind.
Yeah, it wasn't unlocked in this this round.
Let me try clearing it again and doing it.
All right, we'll throw that question out. Lizzie, should we? Yeah, we'll do a replacement question. So the question is, the report mentions that the researcher Gloria Lattin Billings, who in 1995 framed the connections between cultural competence, academic success, and critical consciousness, what did she conclude was needed in society done?
WA0FJ.
Can you repeat it one more time, please?
Yep, the question is, the report mentions the researcher Gloria Lattin Billings, who in 1995 framed the connection between cultural competence, academic success, and critical consciousness. What did she conclude was needed in society?
I don't know. Who's been?
Did she conclude that a more tolerant society with dominant cultures, or you can say Americanized culture, appreciate the cultures of other minorities and also appreciate the strengths that they have rather than demoralizing or criticizing them on their weaknesses based on what they think should be favorable white characteristics. And
That is correct.
okay.
Alrighty. Question number 3 of round 1. This was the man who was responsible for all of the slander against Asiya. He was also known as the leader of the hypocrites. Done.
The answer,
GM.
the answer is Abdullah ibn Ubay.
That is correct. Question number 4. The Hill We Climb by Amanda Gorman honors who and for what? Done.
WG8XK.
Can you repeat the question? It was a little glitchy for me.
Yep. The Hill We Climb by Amanda Gorman honors who and for what?
It honors these three peoples for their work during the COVID-19 pandemic.
That is correct. Question number 5. Who was Tom Hazlitt? Done.
WA0FJ.
Did you say Thomas Hazlitt?
Yes.
Thomas Hazlitt was the FCC economist under the Bush administration. Final answer.
That is correct. Last question of round 1. On April 16th, this president of Cuba announced he would be resigning as the Cuban Communist Party leader, ending his family's 6-decade leadership of Cuba. Who is this person? Done.
6Q3GM.
The answer is
Could you repeat the question?
Yes, on April 16th, this president of Cuba announced he would be resigning as the Cuban Communist Party leader, ending his family's 6-decade leadership of Cuba. Who is this person?
we were still answering. Sorry, we said the answer is, and we were preparing our answer, but we have an answer now.
All right, what is your answer? Because 30 seconds are up.
Wait, so can we answer still?
Whoever the original team was, you guys have to answer. If not, we're going to give it to the next team. You guys have an answer?
Oh, yeah. Is it Fidel Castro?
Incorrect. Wujia, who was the second team to buzz in?
WG8XK.
Was it Raul Castro?
Yes, Fidel Castro was his older brother, who was the former leader. Raul Castro is the present leader who's resigning. Alrighty, we're going to move on to round 2. Questions are worth 200 points each.
None of our teammates got kicked out because of her Wi-Fi.
Okay, Abdullah, do you mind checking the waiting room, please?
Sure. Ask her to join the room again, and I'll admit her.
While she's joining, I'll go over the rules real quick. Again, questions are worth 200 points each. You don't have to wait for me to say done. You can buzz in at any time. And when Wajia stops me saying someone buzzed in, I will stop reading the question. If the team gets it wrong, they lose 200 points and a second team can guess it. I can repeat the question, but only until I had previously gotten to. And the second team, if they get it right, they get 100 points, and if they lose 100 points. Are there any questions about the rules for this round?
We can go, we can buzz before done, right?
Yes, I won't be saying done this round.
My teammate said she's in the waiting room.
Okay, are all the competitors here for all teams?
Yeah, I came back.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start with round 2. Question number 1. Who defeated Ibn Abbad and his army?
Buzzer is locked.
The buzzer was locked.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll repeat the question. Who defeated Ibn Abbad and his army?
AL1XR.
Ferdinand II.
That is incorrect. Second team, who was it?
Second was WA0FJ.
The answer is Frederick II.
Correct. Question number 2. This report mentions a study done on culture and climate of 400 Chicago elementary schools. What do they state plays a central role in building effective educational communities?
AL1XR.
So the answer is to. Hello? Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Could you repeat the question?
Yep. The report mentions a study done on culture and climate of 400 Chicago elementary schools. What did they state plays a central role in building effective educational communities?
Can I answer this, Ryan?
So does it have to do? Go ahead.
So like trust like among like community members and like your family and your teachers.
That is correct. Question number 3. This was the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, whose title was the mother of the poor.
AL1XR.
We're gonna discuss.
Is the answer Zainab bint Khuzaimah? Final answer.
That is correct. Question number 4. Where did Camilla Rother work as an assistant doctor?
AL1XR.
We're gonna discuss.
She worked at I don't know how to say it. Cherry in Berlin. Final answer.
That is correct. Question number 5. How did the House of Representatives allocate per E-rate for remote learning in the original COVID stimulus?
WA0FJ.
I'm going to discuss. So E-rate was basically, it provided schools and libraries to be able to get internet access at 90% the price. But because you said funding, I think originally it was capped out at $2.25 billion per year, but over the years it was increased. Final answer?
That is incorrect. The second.
Could you repeat the question?
Yes. How much did the House of Representatives allocate to E-rate for remote learning in the original COVID stimulus proposal?
WG8XK is the.
Was it 2.5 billion?
That is incorrect. That was two wrong guesses. The answer is 3 billion. The last question of round 2. On May 26th, Amazon announced it would buy this 97-year-old film and television studio for $8.45 billion. What is the name of this television studio?
WG8XR. Sorry, WG8XK.
MGM.
That is correct.
Could I say something pretty quick? For the question where you asked about the House of Representatives, if I remember correctly, I think the answer was 2 billion instead of 3.
Yeah, I also agree with Muhammad, but nobody said 2 billion. We said 2 point something billion. So
Yeah, I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, I think it was 2 billion too.
Okay, we'll mark that question down for review, but like you guys said, no one got that question correct.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going on to the round 3 for Jeopardy. We're gonna do a quick tally and figure out who the highest scoring team is, and then Abdullah will share his screen. Like Abdulaziz said earlier, you can't pick the 600-point categories because those are the tiebreakers.
I think in the rulebook it said that the team with the lowest score would start the round.
All right, give us 1 second, we'll verify that.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the highest score.
Yeah, so the rulebook does say this team with the lowest score will begin Jeopardy. So, Farhan, let's go with the lowest score, inshallah.
Okay, we're going with the lowest score. I mean, in this round, until I finish reading the question, we won't display it on the screen. So once I say done, it'll get displayed on the screen.
Okay. Wajih, let me know when I'm ready to share the screen.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Just to clarify, did you say there is a done rule for this round or there is not?
There is. Until I finish reading the question, we won't display it. So you guys can't buzz until I say done.
Okay, but we do lose points, I believe.
If you get it incorrect, yes.
Okay.
And it's the same rule as last round where it's full points and then a team gets to steal for half points.
Are we allowed to buzz in this round?
Not until after I say done.
So like the person who chooses it, someone else could also buzz it and answer it.
Sorry, could you repeat the question, please?
So like the team that has the lowest points are gonna choose the question, but like another team could buzz and try to answer it, right?
Yeah, so the lowest team just picks the first question. Anyone can buzz in. And if no team gets it right, the team that had previously picked the question gets to pick again. And then, but if a team gets it right, they get to pick the next question.
The lowest team is 6Q3GM.
So that team, you'll pick the first question. And again, you can't pick the 600 category questions, just 100 through 500. Alrighty, the team with the lowest score, go ahead, which we announced, go ahead and pick the first question, please.
Mothers of the Believers, 100.
The question is, this was the former name of Juwairiya Radiallahu Ta'ala Anha before the Prophet changed it. Done.
6Q3GM.
The answer is Barra.
Correct.
I have a question. Can we buzz before the done?
No.
Okay.
The team that got it right, go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Okay, Mothers of the Believers, 200.
Question number 2 for 200. Salama's maturity, wisdom, affection, and pure companionship reminded the Prophet ﷺ of this wife of his kids. Done.
WA0FJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a second to talk to my teammates.
So the answer is
You have about 10 seconds to answer.
can you please repeat the question?
The question's on the screen.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
5 seconds.
Is it Hazrat Aisha radiallahu anha?
That is incorrect. We have a second team that buzzed in.
WG8XK.
Is the answer Khadija alayhi salam?
That is correct. The team that got it right, you get 100 points. And you can pick the next question.
Can we discuss it first?
You have about 10 seconds.
Movers and shakers for 100.
Question for 100. In Black Panther, who played the first African American superhero? Done.
WG8XK.
Chadwick Aaron Boseman.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Movers and shakers for 200.
Question for 200. Who was selected to read a poem at the 2021 inauguration? Done.
WG8XK.
Amanda Gorman.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Movers and shakers 300.
Question for 300. With Manchester United, Marcus Rashford so far has won what 4 cups/leagues done?
AL1XR.
Could you repeat the question once?
It's on the screen.
Oh, okay, I need to discuss.
Okay, so he won the FA Cup. He won the EFL Cup.
Do you have 2 more answers for me?
The FA Community Shield and the Europa League. Final answer.
Those 4 are correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Could I discuss quickly?
Yes, 10 seconds.
Movers and shakers 500.
Question for 500. On what date did Rhoda Al-Mutawakkil brief the UN Security Council on the war on Yemen done?
AL1XR.
The answer is, let me discuss. May 30th, 2017, final answer.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Mothers of Believers 500.
Question for 500. It was said that the Arabs of the time of ignorance were governed by false deities of all colors and forms. Name 3 types that were mentioned done.
WG8XK.
The first one would be the drawing of arrows. Another one would be, let's see, the drawing of arrows. First one is drawing arrows. Second one would be like casting lots. Another one would be let's see. Interest and I think usury is the word. Usury. I do not know that word, but like I believe it means interest. And like false deities of money.
You have one more?
One more. Intoxicants. Adultery and bearing false right.
That is correct.
What?
Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Islam in Europe 100.
Question for 100. What is the double truth principle done?
WG8XK.
The double truth principle was that you can accept both, like what is said by science and what is said by religion.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Islam in Europe 200.
Question for 200. What happened to the remaining Jews in Granada done?
WG8XK.
They were either forced to become Christians or persecuted and expelled even worse than the Muslims were.
That is correct. That is correct. Go ahead and take the next question, please.
Islam in Europe 300.
Question for 300. What was the Ham Police done?
AL1XR.
So these were the Ham police were the ones when the Christians took over, they made sure that the Muslims like hung hams in the doorway so they knew for a fact that they were not Muslim. And this was like their way of like forcing their conversion and not letting them stay as Muslims.
That is correct. Go ahead and take the next question, please.
Islam in Europe 500.
Question for 500. How long did Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand's army camp outside of Granada before the city finally fell? Done.
WG8XK.
18 months.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
The pandemic COVID-19 for 100.
Question for 100. When was the new strain of coronavirus, COVID-19, first reported in Wuhan, China? Done.
WA0FJ.
We'll discuss. So it's December 2019, final answer.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
We will pick Islam in Europe 400.
Okay, Islam in Europe for 400. What is Suplicio del Moro and who was this about? Done.
WA0FJ.
It meant the cry of the Moors, which is in legend. It said what Boabdil said when he lost Granada. He lost Granada to Ferdinand and Isabella's army, and so that's how there was a poster where it said the cry of the Moors. Final answer.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
The COVID-19 500.
Wi-Fi cut off. Question for 500. Pew Research found that the proportion of Americans who said they use the internet every day rose from blank percent in 2001 to blank percent in 2008. Done.
AL1XR.
I will talk to my team. Is the answer 55 to 74%?
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Can I discuss quickly?
Yes, 10 seconds.
COVID-19 400.
Sorry, hold on. Sorry, excuse me. Yes, so one of our team members, their Wi-Fi cut out from the storm. Can you just give us like a minute, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I use the bathroom?
You guys have about a minute to come back.
Excuse me, my team members, most of them have Wi-Fi cut off, so they're all finding another device right now.
Okay, when they're back on, let us know so we can add them in from the waiting room, please.
Just a quick thing on the buzz-in. One of the teams, they have 5 members buzzing in. I'm not sure if this is like from another device, because if they like reconnected or something, but there's
Hi, sorry if that's our team, the 6Q3GM. That's because we originally put the wrong one, like with a lowercase, so one of us had to rejoin. So that one's like no one's using the lowercase one.
okay. My bad.
There should be a way to remove that person if you get
It's already disconnected.
The team that was kicked off Wi-Fi, is there anyone from that team still here? And let us know when they
They're coming back on. Just give them a couple minutes. Like 3 of our members got kicked out.
Yeah, just 3-4 minutes. Sorry.
Also,
we
while
have
we
one of our team members in the waiting room, Ali Rahman.
Okay, we'll let them in. Abdullah, go ahead, take care of that. And while we're quickly waiting, I think it's just worth noting I know everybody is on different types of calls to communicate with their teammates, but we just ask for the sake of the judges and all the moderators here today, so that we can hear properly. Especially when the person is answering. If you know that you're going to get ready to unmute to speak, that you lower the volume or at least move the phone or device away, or the rest of the teammates, I guess, quiet down so that, there isn't a lot of background noise that's been going on the last couple of rounds. So just especially for the sake of the judges that have to listen attentively to ensure that the answer, that, they're hearing you correctly. Okay. Thank you guys very much.
Just to clarify, after everyone comes back, our team is choosing the next question, correct? Hello?
Sorry, Vijay, who was the last person to answer the question correctly?
It's AL1XR.
Is everyone back yet? Can I get a thumbs up or thumbs down? Okay, thumbs down, okay.
There should be one in the waiting room.
Okay, thank you.
Was that your last member from your team?
Yeah, sorry, that was our last member.
Okay, and the competitor that went to the bathroom, is she back?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone's good? Can I get thumbs up from all the teams? Okay, awesome. Farhan, we're good to go.
Yep, so I believe AL1XR is the team picking the question. Go ahead and pick the question, please.
The pandemic 400.
Question for 400. In Obama's last year in office, his administration launched a pilot program that offered what done?
WA0FJ.
In one of his few ending years, he gave digital literacy classes, and he also, I believe, distributed discounted phones to 275,000 families in 27 or 28 cities. And I think he also expanded a little bit of broadband. Final answer?
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Pandemic COVID-19 300.
Question for 300. Currently, only one drug has Food and Drug Administration FDA approval to treat hospitalized patients with COVID-19 infection. What was the name of this drug done?
WA0FJ.
So just to recall, you said a drug that is certified by the FDA to be used in hospitals, right?
Yes.
Is it remdesivir? I don't know how it's pronounced, but remdesivir, final answer?
Yep, that is correct. Remdesivir. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
COVID-19 200.
Question for 200. Multiple analyses of federal, state, and local data show that people of color are experiencing what done?
AL1XR.
I'll discuss with my teammate.
Multiple analysis of available federal state. I think they're experiencing that a disproportionate burden of COVID-19 cases and deaths.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Could I discuss quickly?
10 seconds.
Movers and shakers 400.
Question for 400. Radia Al-Mutawakkil holds a bachelor's degree and 2 high diplomas. In what study is her bachelor's degree, and what are her 2 high diplomas in? And what university did she receive them done?
WG8XK.
She has a bachelor's degree in mass communication, and she has 2 high diplomas in political science and gender studies from Senate University.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Current events 500.
Question for 500. This cryptocurrency exchange platform became the first major cryptocurrency company to trade shares on the New York Stock Exchange. What is the name of this company done?
WA0FJ.
We're gonna discuss. The answer is.
The question's on the. Is it Bitcoin?
That is incorrect. Who was the second buzzer? What did you have?
AL1XR.
Could I discuss quickly?
Yes.
Coinbase final answer?
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please. The team that just got it right only got 250 points.
So that was half the points, correct?
Yes.
Let me ask.
Do you have your question choice?
400 mothers of believers.
Question for 400. Why did Zayd want to divorce Zainab bint Jahsh done?
WG8XK.
I guess you could say she was very harsh on him, and they had arguments a lot. The thing describes like her constantly like yelling at him, and so Zayd couldn't take it, and he asked the Prophet ﷺ if he could divorce her.
Could you be more specific?
Can I ask specific about what exactly?
As to the reason.
I guess not.
Okay, give a second, buzz in.
Can I just add something? Was it because of like him being like a freed slave?
Yes, that is correct.
Wasn't that after you said the next person answers?
Yes.
But I don't think our 30 seconds were up.
Sorry, did someone just say something? You cut off there.
I was just saying that our 30 seconds weren't up yet, and the other team hadn't started answering yet. So it was just like my teammate didn't know the answer, so I just like kind of stepped in for her.
We'll allow that, but we'll review it as well at the end. Do you have your next question, guess?
Can we do current events for 400?
Question for 400. On June 10th, the U.S. Senate approved President Joe Biden's nomination of this first Muslim federal judge in U.S. history. Who is this person done?
AL1XR.
Let me just go. Zayd Qureshi, final answer?
That is correct. Go ahead and pick your next question, please.
Mothers of the Believers, 300.
Question for 300. This celestial body fell into the chest of Safiya bin Huyay in a dream that then her husband interpreted to mean that she wanted to marry the Prophet ﷺ. Done.
WG8XK.
The sun.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick your next question, please.
Current events for 300.
Question for 300. In May, U.S. President Joe Biden signed this bill which would expedite anti-Asian hate crime reviews to the U.S. Justice Department. What is the name of this bill done?
AL1XR.
Could you display the question, please? It's not on the thing. Let me discuss. So we have to name the name of the bill, correct?
Yes. You have about 10 seconds.
Hate crimes bill.
On the answer.
Sorry, could you repeat that? There was an echo.
Hate crimes bill, final answer.
That is correct. Next question, give your next question choice.
Let me ask.
We have a question choice.
Social equity 100.
Question for 100. What was the conclusion of the micro moment teaching study that the report references done?
AL1XR.
1 second.
You have an answer?
So like even with like good teaching skills.
Sorry, there's an echo.
So like even then when like teachers try to like make a sense of like belonging and like sense of like having everyone together, it can sometimes. Can we discuss or did we run out of time?
We ran out of time. Are you continuing with your answer or are you giving up?
So like even though like you're like implying like a bias and all that, it doesn't always contribute to the like social and emotional well-being and stuff like on the teacher side.
That is incorrect. We have a second buzz in.
WA0FJ.
I think you guys accidentally showed the answer.
Yeah, we'll put that question out and 1 second. Let me see if we have a question for this. I believe we used that question earlier already. So we'll use a different question. The category is going to be Islam in Europe, and it's still going to be worth 100 points. Why?
But one quick question: since we were second to buzz in, and it was supposed to be like half the points, do we still get to answer that Islam in Europe question, or is it a restart?
So the team that originally buzzed in doesn't get to answer the question, but everyone else can buzz in for half the points.
Okay.
Okay.
The question is, why is it called the Latin corner done?
WA0FJ.
Can you repeat the question?
Why is it called the Latin corner?
The Latin corner. I think it's because
10 seconds.
Because like many of the translations that happen from Arabic to Spanish to Latin happen there, and also because a lot of people spoke Latin there and translated it.
That is correct. The answer we're looking for is they only spoke Latin there, and you got that in your answer. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Equities and academic development 500.
Question for 500. What is a provocative hiring strategy that school leaders can do to commit to racial equity done?
AL1XR.
Let me ask my team.
They should hire more teachers of color.
That is correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
We do current events 200.
Question for 200. In April, Major League Baseball announced that it would move this year's All-Star game from this city in response to the state's passing of voting laws that disproportionately target the state's minority voters. What is the name of the city done?
AL1XR.
Let us discuss.
Ten seconds.
Do we have to name the city we moved it from?
Just the city. Just the city.
Just the city?
Georgia, Atlanta.
Correct. Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Current events 100.
Question for 100. On June 7th, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris visited this country on her first foreign trip and announced new task forces on corruption and human trafficking. What is the name of this country done?
AL1XR.
Let me just.
Ten seconds.
El Paso, final answer.
Sorry, what was that again?
Wait, 1 second.
30 seconds is up. I need an answer.
Guatemala and Mexico.
That is correct. Guatemala was the country we were looking for.
Yes!
Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Excuse me, hold on, sorry. I think we have one team member who got kicked out again. They should be in the meeting room now.
Okay, I just admitted them.
Perfect, thank you.
Go ahead and pick the next question, please.
Equity and social emotional development 200.
Question for 200. What is the community schools model done?
AL1XR.
Let me just. So is it basically like a strategy that is used for school improvement to make school more equal? Final answer?
Could you elaborate more on that, please? You have about 10 seconds.
Can I ask my team?
Three seconds. You have an answer? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go on to the second team.
Every day. Oh.
Who was the second team that buzzed in?
WG8XK.
I think it was where they would collaborate with people so that they can ensure that the students have access to like fair, like school strategies, kind of like they'll partner with like the community, the teams in the community, so that they can like have like more focus on like the academics and the like health and like social services and stuff like that for like the youth in the community.
That is correct. You're gonna get 100 points for that. Go ahead and guess the next pick the next question, please. We have two questions left. before we check to see if there's any ties.
300.
Question for 300. When discipline policies are used to disproportionately suspend students of color for dress code, minority infractions, what messages are being sent to these students done?
WA0FJ.
I asked this question before. Wasn't the answer?
The answer is
You have 10 seconds.
so it makes them feel like they don't belong and that they shouldn't be a part of this society. Final answer.
That is correct. The other answer we would have accepted is what they wear is more important than what they learn. Since there's only one question left, I'll go ahead and read it. In what ways does the report state that Seattle schools are reforming the math curriculum done?
AL1XR.
Let me discuss.
So they would like emphasize and analyzing and being like
It's basically through a social justice lens. And it gives, my bad. And it gives students the opportunity to basically apply their skills under unequal conditions. Final answer.
That is correct. We'll quickly check to see if there's any ties, and if there are, we will use we have 4 questions left for tiebreakers, and we'll go over those.
There are no ties.
Okay. Congratulations, everyone. This is the end of this poll. Good job, everyone. You guys did great. I'll hand it over to Abdulaziz to wrap this up.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Farhan. Thank you so much to all of our competitors. A round of applause as they're doing virtually, and hopefully you all can see on your screens home on your screens home at YouTube. But again, just like Farhan said, you all did amazing. You all are winners, mashallah. And you all will find out the results of Miss Bowl Finals, Miss Nationals 2021 in just under 20 minutes at the award ceremony at 7 p.m. Do tune in to that live stream on our YouTube channel. So from our team here at Miss Nationals, we would like to thank you all for watching and thank our competitors for competing. And we'll see you all soon. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Alaikum salam.